Hey everybody, it's Mr. Florida Flipper, and we are here today with some great news about my eBay reselling business. So every week I'm like watching the YouTube videos of the different content creators out there, the different eBay resellers, and I'm like, how do they find all these cameras at garage sales and they get them for like nothing? I've never seen a camera at any garage sales or any thrift stores or anything like that, but today, as luck would have it, I did find some cameras this past weekend at a community garage sale. This community garage sale isn't that far away from where I live, and it was a pretty decent garage sale for me. The community probably has about 80 to 100 houses, I would say, and probably had about maybe 15 to 20 houses participating in the yard sale. So I hit it up. It opened at 8 a.m. I got there a little after 8. Make sure you get to the garage sales early. The early bird gets the worm. A lot of times you can get in there before anyone else is there and kind of start picking while people are setting up. Always be courteous and ask them if it's okay before you just go in there and start grabbing items while people are setting up. But I got there a little bit late, and this thing was packed to the brim. There was probably at least 50 people in this community. It was almost impossible to even get in there to park because the roads were so blocked up. I had people parking on both sides of the street. It was insane. So I took me and my son, we went down there, and I'm like, man, there's already so many people here. I'm not even gonna be able to find anything because the good stuff's probably already gone. But I actually did get a couple of great items. I haven't researched the cameras that I found. I'm about to show you all those in just a moment. But we'll see how much they are. I don't know anything about cameras, especially like real cameras, not iPhones. I know nothing about them. But I used to have a little handy cam back in the day, but that's about the extent of my knowledge about cameras or camcorders. But yeah, I got there a little after 8, parked, and pretty much the rest of the garage sale I just walked through the community. It was just easier to walk than to drive around the place trying to find a parking spot because it was literally packed to the brim. But I found 7 cameras. I want you guys to let me know in the comments, did I find anything good? I don't know. Only one of them I can actually test. The rest take batteries that I don't have. Just one of them took AA's, which I have AA's and AAA's. The rest I don't know anything about. I couldn't really test them, so I don't know if they work or not. But let me know in the comments if they are good. So 7 cameras. So here's the first one. Also, I got a whole bunch of a couple of different camera bags for them, some memory cards, some, I think, lenses it looks like, pamphlets, some DVDs, how-to, guides, manuals, that kind of thing with the cameras. And I got a thing of film. So, some of these actually take old film, which it looks like this one actually has film in it right now. But so this first one right here is a Super Zoom 115. It is an Olympus Super Zoom 115. I'll put that close up for you guys to see there. So like I said, let me know, is this a good camera? That's the back side right there. So that was the first one, Olympus Super Zoom. So then I got this Canon SureShot Zoom S. So here's the front of that. Looks pretty cool. Older camera. There's the back. Pretty cool. So yeah, pretty interesting. So that was number 2. Then number 3, I'm just gonna set this down, is a Pentax Zoom 90WR. So there's that. Then I got a Nikon, let's see, a Nikon L135 AF. So there's that one right there. So the next camera I got is a Canon PowerShot S2 IS. And this one is actually one of the ones that's working. So I'll turn it on real quick. There goes that. And then you can say cheese. And yep, there we go. No memory card in it, but yeah, it works. So that's pretty cool. Turn it off here. Oh, there we go, flash. Sorry about that, blinded you. I just wanted to see that. So that was the 5th camera, I lost count. Then I got this one, it's kind of like a little cheaper looking one. It's a Fuji DL7. So Fuji DL7 right there. And then the last one, which is like what I think of as like an old camera, or like one that just looks fancy. It's this Nikon FG So it's like a metal camera. It is missing the lens, it looks like. I do know that much about cameras, that there should be something there. So probably won't even be able to test this one out, but it's pretty interesting camera for sure. But yeah, and it has this little, I thought this was kind of cool. You push that little thing back and then it's like I guess like a timer. But yeah, so that's the cameras I found. That was pretty nice. And then also at this garage sale, sorry, I'm moving out of frame, I found some ink. So this is some good ink. This sells for about $27. I already priced this out because it's got a barcode. It's pretty easy to price out. And it did expire in June of 2021. So make sure you always tell people that when you're selling it, that it's expired. But it still sells. I just bought ink for my printer. I still use my printer. Don't got a roller or anything like that. So yeah. Then what else did I get? Oh, I got those cameras. All 7 of the cameras I spent $10 on. So I walked up to the table. I saw the cameras. I'm like, okay, they're cameras. They look older. Maybe they're worth something. You know, like I said, I don't know really anything about them. And I said, hey, how much are the cameras? And she said, well, which ones are you looking at? I said, well, what about this one right here? And I picked up a random one. She said, like $2 or $3. And I'm like, okay, well, how much for all of them? And she said, $10. I said, deal, I'll do that. Loaded up those. Then I got the ink at a different person's house. And like I said, it came with like a camera bag. Like one of them came with this Dig Pro. Making sure it says Big Bertha on the front of it. I think this is the one that the Nikon one, or not the Nikon, what's it called? The Canon PowerShot came in. A couple different boxes, and like I said, the film. And just the film alone, I saw it sells for like $25. It's a Fujifilm 400 speed film. Like I said, I don't really know too much about it, and I think I got a couple lenses as well. And then I was able to get I had a really good garage sale day. I got some perfume, brand new in the box for $7, 2 boxes of those. Those sell for about $25 each. What else did I get? I'm trying to think. Let me go look. So I went and grabbed a couple things. So this was the perfume, White Diamonds by Elizabeth Taylor. She had it for $5. I bought both of them for $7. So I got 2 of those brand new, sealed still in the packaging. Then at a different garage sale, I found these Barbies. The lady actually ran a daycare back in the day. She had a whole bunch of different toys, like thousands and thousands of action figures, a whole bunch of different toys. There was another person there, actually the only other person at the garage sale, and he seemed like he was an eBay reseller. Him and his son were like looking through the items, kind of trying to find, they were trying to find a weapon that went with this guy, and they were like, had their phones out, so I'm assuming they were eBay resellers. But even though they were there, I was able to get this little Barbie, brand new in the box. This is a Mattel Barbie from, let's see, what's the year on here? The year, where are you? I think it was like 1990, I want to say, 1997. So it's a 1997 Barbie. And then, of course, you got to, if you get a Barbie, you got to get a Ken. So I got the Ken, which I think the Ken actually sells for more than the Barbie. And I'm going to guess that that's because of the Barbie movie. This one is from, let's see if we can find a year really quick on here. Probably should have looked at this before. 2000, so it is a little bit newer of a Barbie. So Barbie movie's big right now, so we got those 2 guys right there, brand new in the packaging still. And then at the same community garage sale, that was at a different place, but at the same community garage sale, I got a whole bunch of these Yankees. Not a whole bunch, I got like 4 or 5 of these different jackets. I'll sit back here, trying to get it situated here. Here we go. Yankees, like sweaters. New York Yankees, Nike overcoats. I don't know what you call them. Kind of like what you'd wear to a game, or got a little bit of staining here, but I can get a little vinegar or some shout on that and get it out. The rest of them are really nice. I got a nice Hugo Boss jacket, which I live in Florida, so these people, I'm gonna assume that they came from up north and they just didn't need it anymore. I got a Lacoste, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Lacoste shirt, and then like 3 or 4 more like Nike pullovers like that, jackets. So it was a really good week for garage sales. I also did hit up Goodwill, and I found a couple of great finds. Not great finds, I wouldn't say, but okay finds. I found a Kicker speaker, which I wasn't really able to find any comps for. I did look it up on Amazon, but I couldn't find exactly the same type of speaker. But they sell for about $100, and I did pay up for this at Goodwill, but I was taking the risk. I bought it for $25 because Goodwill is just crazy with their prices sometimes. But it looks like I could sell it for minimum $75 with shipping, and probably cost me around $10 to $20 to ship. So, you know, still a decent profit if I can sell it for $70. You know, I'd be, what, $40 in. $45 in, so maybe I would make like 20, 30 bucks. Not too bad. I mean, for the size of the item, it's kind of stinky, but I have it listed for $100, so we'll see what happens. I'll let y'all know. But yeah, I think that was pretty much most of my finds. I got a couple other things. I got a lot of things actually from Goodwill. I started getting into some board games. I got 2 Monopoly board games. I would say always check Monopoly board games. They're everyone likes Monopoly. Everyone loves to hate Monopoly. You love to play it until you're losing, and then you flip the whole board. At least that's what I did when I used to play Monopoly. I've retired from that now because no one wants to play with somebody that throws the table over. But yeah, I got a Nickelodeon SpongeBob Monopoly that I think is from like 2007. Sells for like 40 bucks. It's complete. I did buy another one, but I got a logo Monopoly. I can't remember the exact name of it right now. But that one did sell for like $50, but I am missing 2 little pieces, which it doesn't break the game. But yeah, I am missing 2 pieces, so that kind of stinks. It's kind of the risk you take buying something at Goodwill. They tape up all their board games, so of course, I always check it, look inside, but you're not going to be able to sit there and go through all the pieces right there. Well, I wasn't going to take the time to do that. I took the gamble, and next time, maybe I'll look a little closer at it. But I think I can still sell it, just missing those 2 pieces. I really hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. I am planning on really soon in the future, probably after my vacation. I have a vacation coming up at the end of the month. I'm starting to shoot some garage sale videos, so stay tuned for those. I will show you some comps of what I've sold, or comps on maybe some of the cameras if I can find them. And I will also show you guys what I've sold the last week. I finally did sell my universal remote control. It was like a complete kit that came with the sensor for $70 or $80 free shipping, and I bought it for $30. So not too bad, 50 bucks minus shipping. I think shipping was $7 on that. So a pretty good turnaround on that. It actually was a pretty slow weekend for me. I think I only sold 3 things Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I sold nothing. So I did the old magic tried and true method. If you're ever having a slow day or a slow week on eBay, do delist and relist. So you go into eBay, preferably on a computer. It's a lot easier because you can use the bulk editing tool. Go in there, click all of your unsold or all of your active items. I did 50 today. Go through and do 20. Click them all, edit listings, delist or end the listing, and then relist them, do sell similar. That kind of just pushes your items up back into eBay. eBay is basically taking that information and saying, oh, this person listed 20 items today. That's how I got my remote sale. Like I said, Sunday I sold nothing. Today's Monday that I'm filming this. And this remote that I've had for quite a while, which I know that it sells because I've looked at the comps. I'm actually selling it a little bit cheaper for what they're getting. I'm right in the range. So I feel like I definitely should have had a sale, but I went ahead and did the delist relist. And what do you know? I sold that remote today. I was working with a guy all day. He was giving me different offers, and finally we made a deal. So really good. And also I sold a remote control that I've had for probably 2 months that I had delisted and relisted today. So definitely, if you're having a slow day or a slow week, do that. And don't be crazy with it, because I still use a free eBay store. I don't pay to have extra listings, so I get $250 a month. So we're almost at the end of the month. I decided to use my $50 to go ahead and do that and clean out my store. I am thinking about upgrading because I am running low on listings because I do 6 a day. So if you do 6 times 30, that's 180 listings. So I use about almost half of my listings just on listing my 6 items every day. And then also obviously from items ending and being relisted, that counts. So like you get your 30 days and then it relists things. So at the beginning of the month, you'll have a lot of things that go back, and also throughout the month, it just depends. So yeah, I have been getting low. I'm down to about 20 after doing that. So if I didn't do that, I would have extra, but I think it's about time. If you watch anybody else on YouTube and you sell a lot of things on eBay, more than like 10 or 15 things a month, it's a really useful tool because it does push you up in that algorithm. You'll see that the things that you end and then relist, you'll sell a couple of those things within a week, a time frame. It actually does really work. So there is something behind that. Now, I wish that eBay would, I don't know, have a refresh feature that you could just like refresh your listings, but for now, that's the way we're gonna work with it. If you guys watched my last video, I was talking about one of the return requests, or not return requests, but an undelivered claim. I sold some Tesla door trim, and the customer said that it never showed up, even though I had a scan that said delivered. They opened up a case against me. That case was closed in my favor, but then they ended up leaving negative feedback. I had called eBay and they said that they would take it off after about 2 or 3 business days. I waited for a week and it still wasn't removed. So I ended up emailing eBay customer support, because this is something that I really don't like, or something that it's a criticism of eBay that I wish they would have a little bit more open communication, which I know it's hard because they probably have, 100 call center agents and probably thousands of people calling every day. But it is kind of annoying that you cannot get a hold of a person. There's a lot of times when you're going through the support, if you type in agent to the chat bot, it will let you get to an agent and it'll set you up for a phone call or for a text between you and the agent, and then you're able to chat with them. I always do the phone call. It's just easier to explain things, I feel like, over the phone. But sometimes it's like gated, and this is not like a timing thing. It's not like I'm calling too early or too late. It's just like where they don't want to take care of that problem over the phone. They want you to email. But I went ahead and did it, and they ended up taking that feedback off, which I was really surprised that I didn't have to call or go in there, because eBay typically, if you have a delivered item and they say that it was not delivered, eBay will back you up and any negative feedback will be removed because the feedback isn't right. So yeah, I did get that case resolved in my favor. Super happy about that. The last topic I will talk about today is I had another return request. I feel like that it's just coming in waves lately, of an item that the customer said that the item was defective. And I think I talked about it in my last video, but they did end up returning it and I will take it back. It's a learning process. This is the hardest thing, in my opinion, about eBay. And I think it's the hardest thing for people in general to, when they're doing this kind of thing where you kind of have your own business or you're responsible for your own business. We tend to take things very personally. Especially, I'm really proud of having 100% rating with selling over 300 items in the last 2.5 months. And I pride myself on having that 100% positive rating. So it's kind of frustrating when you get negative feedback, which a lot of people will tell you that negative feedback is not as important as it used to be. We live in a return culture with Amazon that if you're unhappy with the product, you can just return it, no problems asked, whereas eBay is a little different. These are real people selling things on a small scale and not a massive company that makes millions and billions of dollars a year. So it can be really take a lot out of you when you get these negative feedback or you get these return requests that you think are unjustified. And I have struggled with it. I was so mad at this person that they wanted to return this item because they said it was defective, and it was clearly working. In their pictures, they were showing it was working. They just said it didn't look like what it looked like on the outside of the box, which is part of the problem, in my opinion. I mean, once you open an item, the value goes down for any item that you sell, especially electronics. You can't sell it brand new anymore. It's open box now. And I mean, I don't even know, I would say I could still sell it as open box because it's not a used item. It was just opened and then returned. But it can be really hard to take that and to be like, I was like, I'm just going to give up eBay. I don't care about the hundreds or the thousands of dollars that I've made doing this. I over this $20 item, I'm done. So believe me, it's hard. It's hard for anybody to take rejection, to feel like, people are scamming you or to get one over on you, which this lady wasn't trying to get one over on me. She just expected it to look like the packaging, which it didn't. There was nothing wrong with the item though. So just take it in stride, take a deep breath, and just move on. Keep selling, keep going out there and finding better things. You just got to keep moving it along. But I'll go ahead and see you guys in the comps, and I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments anything you want me to improve on, things that I could work on. Bash me, trash me in the comments. How they say, Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me. It only can help. Yeah, go ahead and let me know. Also, let me know about those cameras. If you know anything about cameras, let me know. Did I get some good cameras? Are they halfway decent? Like I said, I spent $10 on them. But I will see you guys on the next one. Mr. Florida Flipper, out. So, like I said, I didn't sell that many items this week, but the first thing that we sold was this Kia K5 front and rear carpet floor mats. I got these from a buddy, and I sold them for him, so we split that. I think after everything was said and done, we both got about $30. And then we have this remote control here, sold for $5.99. Another remote control, $2.85. Nothing crazy, but like I said in previous videos, I got most of these remote controls for under $1, so even a buck or two here makes a difference. Then we have this Oregon saw chain, $11. Bought that for $2.99. Then I bought this video game in a lot. I can't remember exactly how much I paid, but I think it was averaged out about $2 a game, so I made a few dollars there. I've been experimenting doing free shipping with the items. I sold this vintage Pioneer factory cassette tape remote control. It had some damage. There's somebody selling it right now for $125. And they sent me out an offer for $65. I don't think it was worth it. I didn't really see any sold that was comparable. There was none sold that was exactly like this. There's another one sold that was $43, but this one was pretty torn up. I don't know if you can really see that, but in the corner, but it looked like a dog chewed on it. So I was fine getting $13. I wasn't going to hold out for $100, especially since that person cut it down in half. They must have had it for a while. And then I sold these cupcakes in cashmere. And we have this Pop Sonic nose trimmer. Getting rid of those, thank goodness. And we have some Kirby filters. I sold the last one of those, so I'm done with those. Another remote, $9.99. And then today we sold this vintage wall clock for $16. I got the clock for about $4.99. And then this was the remote that I bought for $30, sold for $80, free shipping. The shipping on that, I think, was $7 or $8, so you can do the math there. And then I sold this remote. So, have a good night.